Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of the MONSTERTECH Monster Show. I know we have been gone for quite some time, but let me tell you, we are back. And for this episode, I'm going to tell you what we have done in the last 6 months, show you some of our new products, updated old products, and some products that are still in development. So let's get right into it. What have we been doing since the mid of 2018? Well, first, 2018 was the most crazy year we have ever had. We had more orders than ever. We had new products. We changed some of the people. We got a lot of new people in. So I was juggling like five things at the same time always. And somehow the videos were suffering because of it. But I have made some changes so that I have more time connecting with you, with the community, with everybody, getting more input on how to improve all of our products, work together. Let's just say I'm going to be at least part-time YouTuber again, and we'll do a regular show. I hope. I'm doing my best, but that is at least the goal for this year. So, besides that, what have we been doing since 2018? Well, first is the big product simulation rig MTX Relaunch. We did at the end of 2018, so we updated all the simulation rigs, complete redesign for the base frames and all the expansions. Well, we introduced now a full modular system that, as you can see here, I will show some pictures. Everything is built up from the MTX base frame. You can add a wheel expansion, you can add a hotels expansion. All other kinds, I will do a full separate video of it. So far, only our good friend Nubifier has made a good overview over all the products, the base frame and a lot of the expansions. So check him out. But I will do a full video of that as well. And there's a lot of stuff coming for that. That is our priority as well. And I will work together with you on that and will shamelessly, that is at least the plan, shamelessly use your ideas to make our products better. Okay, what else? The chair mounts. Well, they were launched in the midst of 2018 and actually have now become one of our most sold products in 2018 in the second half. They work out really cool. We put a lot of innovation into them, and I think I'm really proud of what we have done with the chair mounts and the swivel adapter. Okay, here we have a full new package of the new and improved swivel adapters for the chair mounts. The biggest change is before we had two adapters. We had the swivel adapter and the quick release adapter, but we combined them. It was a bit tricky, but we invented a really cool design. It's actually a two-part design for our 3D printed part here. The problem was before, because we are using axial roller bearings that don't hold together when they are not installed, that everything just fell apart when you took the swivel adapter off. We are now have changed this with a two-part design here. The roller bearing, the axial bearing, is sitting in his little cubby part here, and that sits in the other plastic part, and because of that the whole thing stays, nothing falls apart. So we have combined these now. And they work out really great. I think we are on version like 12 of the swivel mounts. They look completely different to the ones we started with. But as I say always in our videos, we constantly improve our parts. And I want to keep that spirit in always improving, and so far it works out great. Okay. Next thing, again, improving. So our chair mounts have also gone through a lot of variations, especially the attachment plates, which attaches to the chair and then to the chair mount profile. So here are the new ones. That is the Form 1. That is the Form 2. They actually only differ in length. But these two parts allow us to mount the chair mounts to most of the gaming chair brands on the market. You can see a list on our website what chair is compatible with what form attachment plate. But the first ones we made were actually 5mm steel. They were standard steel and then galvanized 5mm. But we were not completely happy with the stability and the flex of them. So not only did we make the plates now 8mm steel, they are also stainless. Because stainless is harder, it has less flex. And I'm now finally happy with the stability of the chair mounts. Only the best for our customers, because if our products are not the best, I know what's happening. They write me and then no, I cannot accept that. So we are now having 8mm stainless steel attachment plates. As you can see, they are really thick stock and are crazy. They're like weapons. We are working on our products, but sometimes it doesn't work out. That is the case for the Form 3 chair mount attachment plates that we designed for the IKEA Marcus chair. Actually a really cool chair, not expensive. I think it's one of the most used office chairs or gaming chairs worldwide. So we really want to make an attachment plate for it. And that was our design here. The Form 3 plate, you can see it has the same attachment for the chair mounts. But the IKEA Marcus only has attachment points on the side, not underneath. We made this funny little rail here. Actually, this has two purposes. One is to attach to the side. The other is that you can move the armrest, because it goes very much to the front on the IKEA Marcus chair, that you can move it back. It actually works really good. The plate is awesome. It is also 8mm aluminum steel stock. Sorry about that. But the problem is the shitty IKEA Marcus chair, or the shitty attachment points on the side, are just not stable enough to carry the chair mounts. And even though we are using this 8mm stainless steel stock, it is just not stable enough that I can say, okay, let's put the chair mounts on here. Maybe it's not like this is like flapping around. And I think 80% of the people would say, hey, that's fine. But like, I cannot build a product that only 80% of our customers are happy with. So we are looking into a new design for the IKEA Marcus chair. I have some ideas, but still in the works. Just a drink here. So after the end of 2018 and all the crazy orders we got in over Christmas, we were like 400 or 500 orders behind at some time. That's why we had some delivery time and actually still have a little bit of delivery time for the table mounts. But we have almost caught up now. And besides that, we have launched some other products in the meantime. The first one was the table mount mouse extension. That's this thing here. That actually allows not only the table mounts, but the table mounts, the stand. Yeah, that's it. Table mount and stand allows it to use a mouse, or if you turn the plate around, a gaming keypad in the perfect position with your joystick in your table mount hot test setup. Works out really cool. Here you can see these are the plates we are using. I have been looking for years for the right material to where using aluminum or steel is not perfect. Before on some parts we were using wood, but like even all kinds of wood. I mean, you can use some really nice wood like this tabletop here, which is walnut, I think. Really good, really nice, but we can use it on our products. So I was so happy when I finally found this stuff. This is a composite material. It is also 8mm stock. This thing is quite expensive, I have to say. We buy this in like 3 times 2 meter big plates that it gets made for us, especially from the manufacturer, because we are using a no-touch surface for the new ones. As you can see, you have like a little bit of fingerprints, but they really almost completely go away. And they make this surface for us specifically. And then we get the plates, we transport them to our carpenter. They have CNC machines for wood cutting, and they are, even though they have a bit of problem with cutting this really hard composite material, the hardness of it is almost like aluminum, so it's really a crazy product, but I love it. We can make all kinds of shapes, actually whatever we want to do, and we're using these now on our table mount mouse extensions, on our chair mount mouse extensions, which I come to in a second, and also on our MTX simulation rigs for the HOTAS armrests and a few other parts like the MTX mouse. So it works out beautifully. Really happy that we have this material now. Like I wanted, here, let me show you some pictures of the mouse attachment on the table mount. Really cool. Actually, almost everybody who buys a table mount now also buys the mouse extensions. We will keep updating this as well. Great stuff. And as soon as we launched the mouse extension, of course, for the table mounts, there came the questions, hey, what about the chair mounts? So we finally have a full design. They are on the website, the mouse extension for the chair mount. It's actually quite a similar design. The only change there is we are using an extra profile, and we have this stainless steel attachment plate here. So the whole part attaches to the side of the chair mount, and with a vertical profile here, you can slide it up and down. You can actually slide it to the side with the slot holes here. And it's really flexible, adjustable, so you always have the right height and width on the setup for your chair mounts. So next product, that was the the basic products that we launched over the last 6 months, but we also had a few others. First, the newest one in our product history is also a product that was recommended from the community to solve a very specific problem. The problem is, after you use your table mount or your chair mount, you have it on your desk. Where do you put it? Like, I mean, you can put it on a shelf, but that takes up quite some space for the joystick and even more for the throttle. You can put it on the ground somewhere, but then you run into it and you really don't want to store your joystick, like your multiple $100 joysticks and table mount somewhere on the floor where they get dirty or might get damaged. So it was actually recommended by a customer, hey, can't you make a wall mount or a wall holder where I can safely store my table mounts or my chair mounts, so I don't have to clutter up any kind of other storing space. And we did that. And I actually had the idea that not only can we make a wall mount or wall holder that holds the table mounts, we can actually make it some kind of a statement piece, I would say. So they also look cool. I mean, these are some pretty looking things here. The joysticks are great, the mounts hopefully look great. You can actually display them somewhere, and I think it's quite a cool piece. So it was one of the requirements for the wall mount that it also looks pretty good. And after a lot of prototypes and I probably had made like 20 prototypes of it, we finally got a cool design for it. So it is actually two pieces. One is the wall piece. As you can see, it gets attached with 5 screws. We don't include the screws. That is just a security stuff for us, because we ship them worldwide and houses are so different in every part of the world. So just get the right screws for your wall. If you're in America, maybe you have like more of a wooden walls, so get the right screws for that. Or if you have stone walls, which are typically in Germany, you have to use all different kinds of screws and bolts and whatever to secure them to the wall that they don't fall off. So that is a wall piece. The other piece is with the actual wall holder. I can demonstrate that here. So it attaches to the wall and you basically just slide the table mount in. It is a tight fit, but it then holds the table mount with no problem, and this cannot like flutch out, I would say. So it works really cool. We do 3D print them in-house, which I love. I'm really a big fan of 3D printing. I want to use it more. We now have 2 3D printers here, and we now have like 3 products we constantly print that work out without problems. So that is the wall holder. You actually attach this part to that part. So you can see they are secured by 2 screws that completely screw through both parts. So they so that can never like slide off or anything. We have tested this. I've actually done some crash tests with it. I really like ripped the table mounts from it, and it really like flexes, but it doesn't get destroyed. So I'm happy with the stability of it. Now we come to an unreleased product. Actually, a product. I cannot even say it's a really a product, but again, problem solving. Since the beginning, when we were started to sell the table mounts, there was one problem that some customers told us, and that is if you have a cheap table. For example, a lot of the cheaper IKEA tables that a lot of people around the world have are made from some kind of like foam or like these from kind of a paper or carton structure, and if you use a lot of force from the push rod clamp on our table mount, sometimes it really like presses in and makes a dent or a hole into these cheap tables. This doesn't happen, of course, on a wood table like here or any other kind of stable table, but but on some of these foam tables that did happen, and that sucks. We don't want you to damage your parts. That is really a priority of us. It would suck if your table got damaged because of the table mounts. So we have made, again with the suggestion of the community, the biggest product we have ever made. I call it, the name is still in development, the under table protector. It is basically just a single, I think it's 2 millimeter aluminum piece that is anodized in black, and you can attach it with three 3M pads, which work out great. You are using these 3M pads all the time now, and I made it a little bit bigger, so if you attach it under the table, you do have some space for the table mount to attach it. I mean, you want to take the table mount off, and you really don't want to like fiddle with it. So you're always like hitting exactly the right space where it needs to sit. So I made it a little wider, so you have a good space where you can attach the table mount, and it is still hitting the little plate here. So again, some problem solving. This part is actually not on the website. I didn't have time to put it there, honestly, but I will keep that in mind for the next few days. Hopefully I can get it up. Yeah, and that was it. Sorry for being a bit rusty here and stuttering and my English. I mean, I swear I speak very good English, but I'm just not used to it speaking on a daily basis. That is one of the problems when you live in a country where nobody speaks English in your daily life. But hopefully doing this with the videos will improve it again. So again, as I said in the beginning, I have made a lot of changes in the company. I've hired a lot of people. We are now a really cool team. We are expanding our production facility by the end of this year again. I'm so stoked for that, because then we will have we will have the coolest production facility ever. This will be like Facebook style production, like with cool offices and like a really rusty flare old industrial building, but with a really nice floor and really cool production stuff. I'm so happy we have that here, and it's actually quite cheap. We were very lucky to get that, and this will start in October. A little bit of a restoration, and we're actually only expanding our current space, so the interruption to the production should really stay at a minimal pace. So again, I hope I will be back with a lot more videos from now on. I will take the time And I hope you're having a good week. See you in the next video.